Alright, you ready to talk about some shit?
Yes! Yes!
Hello, people, and welcome to an episode of Talking Shizzle. My name's Dan.
What? My name's Joe.
What? Joe? Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah? You're alive?
Yes, that's
Not
me.
that I didn't think you wouldn't be alive. I knew you were alive.
What are you on about?
Nothing. Do you have any memories before today?
Before today?
Mm.
The past few days, really, I have memories.
Oh, that's
It's kind of
good.
weird not having memories, like,
Well, I wouldn't think too much about it, to be honest, mate.
who am I?
Your name's Joe. You do
I
a
kind of
podcast
just-
with me, Dan.
Oh, and that's my sole purpose.
For now, yeah. Until we, don't need you anymore. I mean, yeah, for now.
Okay, master.
All right, cool.
I am here
After a
to
bad
serve
start,
you.
I had to cough and my fucking robot's malfunctioning. So yeah, what did we watch this week? We're back to movies.
Scotty P.
Scotty P. One of my favorite films of all time, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, 2010 zone.
Scotty P against the whole entire world.
Against the entire world, if you count
Yeah.
7 guys. Well,
As the world.
6 guys and maybe a little woman in there as well.
Or woman.
If you
A
count
woman?
that as the world, mate.
Yeah, bro.
Which I do. There's no more than 7 people in my world, at least.
Entire world.
Yep.
You just ignore everyone else.
Yeah, even when I go to work and I'm working in customer service, they don't actually exist. They're all just NPCs, bro. Everyone's an NPC, apart from me and 7
Oh,
other people.
You're the main character, of course.
I am the main character, bro.
I'm the main character.
Who designed this fucking 5'6" small boy? You could have made me any height.
Character customization.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, player.
Mm.
I'm blaming you
Player.
for this. I don't know why the player of this game, that is Life, decided to spend his time making us make podcasts. But that's what he wants. That's how I programmed you, so that's all you want, right?
Yes.
Good stuff.
I will only talk in a robot voice when you specifically reference me being a robot. Otherwise, I'll just act as if nothing ever happened.
Nothing did happen. It's fine. You weren't
What
here one
happened?
week and you're here the next. It's fine.
Yeah.
Me and Brad
Just,
are not guilty of any crimes.
I took some holiday.
Yeah. How was it? Where'd you go?
Yeah, I went to the Bahamas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are they dealing with COVID?
The Bahamas.
Yeah.
It's just a group of... It's just a person. A family.
The Bahama Namas.
Yeah. They're probably an island, aren't they? Surely they're a group
Yeah, we
of
might want to
islands.
learn about the world before we make jokes about it.
It's only
Well,
several
go on,
people.
viewers. Tell us what the Bahamas are. We're listening.
You both suck at podcasting.
Uh-huh.
You have a max of 40 listeners, you cuckolds.
Oh, okay.
You did this in post anyway, fuck face. You can't even hear me.
Ah, I see.
that's-
Interesting.
Yeah, that is
Moving on.
interesting. Yeah, seeing as they said it to us, they know what they said. We don't need to,
Yeah.
The Bahamas
I
are
don't want
not
to listen to them
probably.
anymore either.
Yeah, I'm sick of them butting in, you know what I mean?
End my suffering.
This is not a two-way system, alright? You listen to us, we don't listen to you. We're like the government.
yeah.
We don't want to actually hear what you have to say. Just deal with the shit we're putting out.
Please kill me.
They were kind of like coming onto our territory then for a second.
Yeah, a little bit. Like make your
Stay.
own fucking show, you know what I mean?
Stay
Make
down
your
there.
own show with
Stay
16
down there in the
subscribers and an
dirt.
average of about 20 views a week. Make your own unsuccessful show.
Yup. Yup.
Yep.
Yo, Scotty P.
Scotty P! I just want everybody to know that Joe has just sprung this on me. He has not been calling it Scotty P for this entire week. He didn't call it while we were watching it.
No.
He's
no.
bloody sprung it on me.
That's for
Bloody sprung it on me, didn't you? You bloody sprung it on me.
Yeah, Scotty P, mate.
Yeah, Scotty P.
I say it because I actually know him quite well.
Not Scott Pilgrim.
That's yeah.
You
that's
know,
my nick- that's my
Nager
nickname.
Scott, don't you? Nager Scott.
Oh yeah.
You have to be careful how you say that. I'm saying Nager. N-E-G-A.
Yeah, I thought that during the film.
Yeah, I did think that was a weird choice of word.
Hold on, it wasn't. Which is I thought it was Mega Scott.
No, it's Nager Scott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess. So should we tell people what this film's about? Seeing as for some reason nobody went and saw it in the cinemas. I blame you, listener.
Yo,
This film bombed
I had
and it's
never
incredible.
experienced anything to do with it before, and
No,
I
you had
actually,
not.
I might even go as far to say as I love it. I just confess. I just confess my feelings.
It's hard for you to do that as well. Your programming doesn't allow it, so we're gonna have to check out some kinks after this. Not like that. No, no. I just want the listeners to know we have our webcams on while we're talking about this, and we're looking at each other. And the face he just pulled when I said the word kink. I'm sorry. I know
It was suggestible to say the least.
And his bed's just slightly in frame as well, which is calling me. No. So
it's tempting.
have you got a lay monk pillow?
Not on my bed at the moment. I hid him away. He needed a timeout.
See, that's the thing. He needed a timeout. What did he do?
He was keeping me up in the night.
He
He was going. Uh-oh. Stinky. And then bro, he kept punching me as well.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, jumping on top of me, knocking the wind out with every jump.
Honestly.
Jesus Christ!
Some people, man, they just have no respect, do they?
Some monkeys.
Some monkeys just.
It's monkeys. I think it's.
They throw shit at people and stuff.
And then they go ooh ooh ah ah, and then they laugh.
Ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah.
They have the audacity.
There's a spinning gorilla out there somewhere in the wild that's just spinning in front of people.
Yeah, he can also take off.
Why are we not tracking this down?
Well, exactly. He can take off
thrilling
like a helicopter.
times. That's the noise he makes when he spins. We're just giving so many people clips that they need to watch.
Spinning gorilla, top of
Spinning gorilla and Le Monk. If you haven't seen it, have a good time. Monkey.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Le Monk. He's kind of old.
It is old now.
It is old, but we still enjoy it. But
we do.
I don't know. Yeah.
We do. Sometimes we'll go over to we got a big group of friends, and we'll go over to one of their houses, and they'll be like, "Oh, just Chromecast something to the TV." You know that one of us, they just suddenly hear, "Uh-oh,
yeah, it's really scraping the bottom of the barrel, isn't it?
But it's a real.
It's still funny though.
Pleaser.
It's still funny.
Actually, we did once. We were around our friend's house, Alex's, and she was like, "Just put on whatever you want," and we put on the most amazing film on YouTube. Oh my god, why is it escaping me? Come on. Killer Bean.
Oh, Killer Bean.
We put on Killer Bean, and
Killer Bean is
we legitimately got half an hour into it before people started saying, "Wait, are we actually watching this?" And then our friend Meg was like, "I want to see what happens." It's an engaging watch.
It's actually genuinely funny.
We should actually get all of the boys back on here at some point to talk about Killer Bean. That's actually a shout.
Oh.
That would actually be a very funny, because we'd have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Going off of last week's episode, there's a wrestling sequence at the end. Just two beans throwing each other around. Oh, it's brilliant.
He has an infinite amount of one-liners to pull out of his arse at any moment.
And
he also, I don't know, man.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, exactly.
See,
you're the one talking about.
You're the one, bro. I know they exist, but you're the one who usually pulls out these lines from random TV shows and films.
It'll be TV shows I know you've watched. Joe watched all of How
but
I
it's it's oddly specific.
No, I made just a reference to puzzles. That's what the bar's called.
And bro,
multiple
you and Chris
times
with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine through so many
quote.
times. If Chris was here, we'd be having a laugh. But I'm stuck with your
talking
dumbass
solely
robot.
about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Hey, do you remember this quote? Lol.
Yes, lol.
And then have that for an hour.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine's fantastic. You'd probably be better than this one, you bitch.
Pain.
Speaking of pain, segue. Go on, you find it.
Ramona in Scott Pilgrim versus the
Pilgrim.
World. Oh, she didn't have a heart. She broke the hearts and
so many
inflicted pain
guys and inflicted
onto
so
her
much
exes,
pain.
and then they became evil, and then they need to fight every boyfriend that Ramona tries to have, and that's the basis of this film.
So yes, we'll explain this film. So basically, I always thought that this was a video game film, and technically, it kind of is. There was a Scott Pilgrim game that was made at the same time as the film that came out like a week or so before the film.
2 or 3 days.
Actually, yeah, it was like, yeah. So, it's not. It's actually based on a comic written by a man. Fuck, I should have got this information up. I forgot. It's written by a dude.
Is it necessary?
Not really. Who cares? It was written by... We're not talking
who
about the
actually
fucking comic book,
Come on,
bro.
Who cares about that guy?
Yeah, what a dick. Nah, you made something really cool. It basically just follows the comic book, like, pretty much story beat for story beat. So it's a very direct adaptation. And Scott Pilgrim, a wee skinny bass player in a failing band, Sex Bomb.
Yeah, he's played by Michael Cera, so,
Yes,
just imagine.
boy.
That's, come on.
Yeah.
That's any character he plays.
Yeah, so basically... his life has gone to shit after Brie Larson left him to go be successful in a band somewhere and fuck some vegan dude. We'll get back to it. He's dating a 17-year-old high school Catholic Chinese girl named Knives Chow. Fuck. You threw me off by doing that, man. What is that called again?
I just did like a karate pose.
I thought you did like a...
Oh, a whoa. Nah.
Is that what it's called? A whoa?
A whoa?
I'm going to cut this.
But you didn't cut it. Listeners, they literally did Fortnite poses to each other on facecam like fucking children. Grow up.
So basically, yeah, he's dating Knives Chow, and it's kind of pedo-y, but not really. He's like, what, 22 or something?
Yeah.
In the film. So it's kind of yikes. I wouldn't...
Cringe.
Yeah, that is yikes. Actually, no, there's no other yikes. That's just yikes. But then a girl... appears in his dreams, Ramona Flowers, and she's got bright pink hair, and then he sees her and he's like, ah! And then he cheats on Knives with her, then dumps Knives. But he learns that if he's to continue to date Ramona, he has to fight her 7 evil exes. And the way I say it's like a video game movie, because there's a ton of video game references, and the fights are like Street Fighter-esque kind of fights. There's like a big versus screen that pops up. There's like combo bars and stuff while they're fighting.
The fights are the only part that makes it. Like, you could replace the actual fight, like punching fights, with like a deep emotional talk with the boyfriends, and that being the conflicts you have to get over, and then it wouldn't be a video game movie.
But
it wouldn't be good. But
I like the way Edgar Wright said. Oh, by the way, this is an Edgar Wright film, so if you needed any more kind of convincing that it's great. It's made by Edgar Wright. And we know that Edgar Wright is a good friend of this show, because the last film of his we did is one of the best and most successful episodes we've had, most listens.
Yeah.
So
cheers, Edgar, mate.
We're doing it again. I love Edgar Wright. He's my favourite British filmmaker ever. One of my favourites ever. This is probably like my second favourite film of his. I think Baby Driver's my first, just because it's such an easy watch. I just love just putting Baby Driver on over and over again. This Scott Pilgrim... I could understand why it would be a bit overwhelming for somebody who's not used to Edgar Wright's films. It's very quick. Like, we're cutting from scene to scene to scene. There's a lot of, like, constant visual gags and, like, references and all this other shit that, like, it could be seen as overwhelming, but I maybe just call you slow.
Yeah, I didn't find it overwhelming. I liked how fast it was. Like,
yeah, me too.
I think I had... I don't know if you looked at me much during the film. Maybe... catch
just
a glimpse
little bit.
Of something.
Just a little bit, baby.
I'm pretty sure I had a smile on my face for most,
I think we
nearly
both did,
all of the film, and you just like constantly getting hit by like,
it's a really fucking funny film. I think a lot of people. I mean, seeing as this film did terribly at the cinemas anyway, not a lot of people saw it, but it's got like quite a cult following now, because I know a lot of people, at least a lot of people I respect on YouTube, like film critics, like talk about it and say it's great. But I still don't think enough people have seen it. Like, I watched it like a year after it came out, 2011 or something. My dad showed it me on like DVD and stuff, and oh my god, it's fantastic. I showed it to like so many friends, you now as well, who now love it. It's just great. But yeah, we'll get more into non-spoilery stuff. First, let's go over the cast. It's pretty fucking good. We got Michael Cera, Kieran Culkin, Kieran Culkin's playing Wallace Wells, my favorite side character in this. We got Anna Kendrick playing Michael's Jesus Christ, playing Scott's sister. We got Alison Pill playing Kim. We got Aubrey Plaza. Heyo. We got Mary Elizabeth Winstead playing Ramona Flowers, and she now, you know. I was going to make a joke about the Ewan McGregor situation, but let's not. We got Jason Schwartzman playing Gideon. Johnny Simons plays young Neil. Mark Webber. Ellen Wong, that's Knives Chow. I wonder what else she's been in. And we've got Satya Baba playing Matthew Patel. Probably one of the best ex-boyfriends. I know he's your favorite. I think Chris Evans is probably my favorite evil ex-boyfriend.
I was going to say that I think the exes kind of go down, like they get worse as
they do. Well, it's just as the film goes on, we've got less time to set them up and do stuff. You just kind of. I think the first three are the best. The first three being Matthew Patel. You got Chris Evans playing. Oh my god, I can't remember his character's name.
Lucas Lee.
Thank you. And then you've got Brandon Bloody Routh, Superman Returns own. We got Superman playing Todd. I forget his second name.
Ingram.
Todd Ingram, vegan boy.
Yeah, dude.
That's one of the best. I think that actually might be my favorite. No, it's not my favorite fight sequence. It's my favorite visual sequence. I think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff in that. But yeah,
in terms of like the jokes that like the jokes in that the vegan scene, the vegan like expert, like they're the best one.
So basically,
I didn't think back in 2010 we were making fun of vegans even back then. But
so like
apparently we are.
Let's just talk about that scene real quick. It's not really spoilers. It's only halfway through the film. But one of Ramona's evil exes is a vegan, and apparently in this universe, being vegan gives you superpowers.
Oh yeah, and the police, man, the vegan police.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, you get like your hair goes really cool, and it's like thick, and it's all like wavy, and it sticks up and stuff, and you can like fly. You've got telekinesis. You can read minds and stuff. And he is the guy that Brie Larson's character. Oh, also Brie Larson's in this. Scott's ex-girlfriend left him for. So they're like him and Ramona are at her concert, and he's like, "Oh, that's Todd. That's the guy that she dumped me for." And Ramona's like, "I know." And Brie Larson's introducing the song, going like, "Oh yeah," and they're like, "Wait a minute, what? Oh yeah." He's like, "Oh no." And then they have this like fight where just obviously Scott Pilgrim can't do anything against him because he's like a superpower, and they have this awesome bass battle where like the visuals are great. Like they have like the visuals of like they're playing bass and having a battle, and like the sounds coming out and like kind of wearing them down. And then to end the fight, Scott Pilgrim's like, "Hey, let's drink to my memory as soon as you're gonna kill me. Here's like soy milk latte, like all vegan friendly or whatever." And he's like, "Dude, I can see in your mind's eye, and I know that you put half and half in that cup and soy in the other." He's like, "I'll take the other," and he's drinking it, and then he goes, "Actually, I just thought really hard about putting it in that cup." And then Joe, what happens?
What, bro?
You're not listening. Fucking, I'm talking about the vegan police, bro. What happens when they show up?
Oh yeah, they shoot him with their fingers, and then he loses all of his power, and then
his hair goes.
His hair goes floppy.
They're like reading off a list of all the. He's saying like, "You just drank half and half, baby," and he's all like, "But I get three offenses, don't I?" Yeah, and he's like, one day you ate a plate of chicken." He's like, "Chicken isn't vegan."
De-veganize Ray.
The de-veganizing Ray. And then Scott Pilgrim, because in true Scott Pilgrim fashion, when you beat one of the evil exes, they explode into money. And he says, "Once you were a vegan, but now you will be gone." And he's like, "What?" And then he headbutts him so hard he explodes into coins. Can I just point out earlier in that scene as well, there's an amazing bit where Knives is trying to win Scott back, so she dyes some of her hair blue, like puts highlights in to try and be cool like Ramona. And she's like fanboying out over Brie Larson. and then Brandon Routh just punches her across the face so
Bro,
hard.
that's what I was laughing. That's what I was laughing at, man. Because I've got the film up and I was finding that part.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was trying to remember what he said. Oh my god. Yeah.
Bro, he punches her across the face, and like the highlights come out of her hair and like go over the floor. And young Neil's holding her, and the camera's zooming in, all dramatic, and he's like, "He punched the highlights out of her hair. He punched the highlights out of her hair."
No, and then Scott Pilgrim's like angry face, just like, what?
No, he stands up and goes, "You cock! You cocky cock!"
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so fantastic. Oh, I fucking love this film so much.
So many good bits.
There's so many good bits. It's like, I don't want to just like, reference great bits, but there's just so many good bits. Like, please watch this film if
Even
you
in
haven't.
I think it's like the first half an hour where, in the first half an hour, you don't really know what's going on yet.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of setup.
Explain,
actually,
like, until the first
Matthew Patel!
is even like, well, revealed. Not really.
Yeah, and they do like a
revealed.
they do like a Bollywood sequence. There's
Yeah,
just
I
so
love
much,
that so much.
There's so much good stuff in it.
It was just crazy. Like, it just came out of nowhere, and then that scene, man, it
That
got me.
fucking scene where
'Cause-
like
but
they're
yeah,
at like a the idea throughout is that there's a battle of the bands going on, and Scott Pilgrim's like halfway between like trying to be with his girlfriend and like just not really caring about the band. Which, to be fair, he is kind of a dick about it to the band, just leaving constantly. And they're at the first battle, and the first evil lectures at Matthew Patel, and like they start fighting all video game style.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like a halfway point, Matthew Patel just starts like, he starts dancing, and he's like, "If you want to fight," and like everybody's like, "What?" And he just starts singing and doing a Bollywood dance sequence. It's brilliant. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
bearing in mind it's so dumb because this is Ramona's boyfriend from like,
7th grade or something.
Yeah, 7th grade, like her first boyfriend, and they weren't actually even...
They kissed once and then she dumped him.
Oh god.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like we've
evil ex-boyfriend.
So yeah, let's yeah, I feel like that counts as non-spoiler discussion. That's only like half of the film.
Yeah.
So let's go into. I'm bringing it back because we're back to movies.
Yo, are
Joe,
you gonna
get excited? I'm gonna
you
do it.
Say it?
I'm gonna do it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes.
Trivia.
Oh my god.
Joe's face, ladies and gentlemen. He's never been more underwhelmed in his life,
No, I just
he's
gave a pray
famously
to
known
God.
as a one-pump wonder.
Boom.
No, I mean trivia.
Trivia.
Thanks, man. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Also, just a bit of trivia for me. I love this film so much that I fully know how to play all of the songs on guitar. I'm not joking.
Oh.
I may play
Trivia
one.
unlocked for
I may,
Dan.
yeah. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo. I may play a little bit at the end just to show how much of a fucking nerd I am. So first of all, before we go into major trivia, I've got some bloody goofs. I've got some goofs for you. You want some
Is
goofs?
this like minor trivia then?
This is like minor trivia that's a bit funny. Made some goofs.
Okay.
Some
Well,
fucking
ho-
goofs.
Hopefully I'll laugh then.
Yeah. Oh god, there's pressure now. How do you make
Yeah.
a robot laugh?
Yeah.
You say E equals MC
Oh, yes, I
cubed.
am a
Oh
robot.
no, mistake. Oh.
And now I'm not a
Human
robot.
laughter. Human. I am human.
Human laughter.
Human laughter.
Oh, that's like a Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, he's not a robot.
Stephen Hawking.
That's not what he sounds like. He doesn't say your mom.
Your mom's.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say.
Your mom's flat.
Yeah.
Stephen
Oh,
Hawking
shit.
actually
Either
was.
way.
He could burn people, man. He could roast. Set up a roast.
Burn. Could he stand up on his own two legs though? Oh,
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's
That's where-
staying. That's
that's
staying.
where
in.
that's where I've got him beat.
And the fact that he's dead.
Oh yeah, I'm alive.
He doesn't live
Am I
anymore.
alive? Am I
Is this
alive?
life? Is this living?
Wow.
I just want to
So
feel the
cool.
wind on my face.
I just want to feel emotions.
I do not have receptors.
I am
do not have
empty
anything.
inside.
My skin is synthetic. Oh, fucking. Hang on, guys. Let me just stop him malfunctioning. Hang on. There we go. It's back. I really slammed my desk. I mean, the back of Joe's neck very hard there.
Do it again, Daddy.
No, I did it wrong. Anyway, goofs.
Yo, goofs and gaffs.
Maybe that was a bit of a fucking goof. So in the bass battle scene that I was on about, the bass that Brandon Routh is playing in that scene doesn't actually have enough frets for the notes he's playing.
And you picked that up yourself?
No. I'm not that much of a nerd. Jesus, I looked it up.
Wow.
Fuck you, asshole.
Wow. Disappointed.
And then also in the bass battle scene, you know how it shows on the screen, like while he's playing the note, it shows it like D, 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 D.
Yes.
Get this? He's actually playing a B note.
Oh my god. What a
fucking losers. How did they miss that?
What a joker.
How did they miss that?
What a bloody joker.
The rest of it's really shitty. I thought there were more good goofs in there. My bad. Normal trivia! We had a laugh at our own expense. We're better than
Give me one of the
films.
shit ones. Give me one of the shit ones.
The shit ones were like, Ramona throws a high kick at one of the evil exes and she goes down before the kick connects.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like shit like that, like it doesn't matter. Speaking of stuff that doesn't matter...
Like, grow up, basically.
Just grow up, yeah.
Jesus.
So, the 4 cast members that were playing, that were being in the band of Sex Bomb, so Mark Webber, Alison Pill, and Johnny Simmons, that's young Neil, all actually had to learn their instruments from scratch, and they actually learned how to play together.
Nice.
Whereas Michael Cera had to dumb down his bass playing, because he actually plays bass. So he had to
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he had to like dumb it down. Another cool thing is that Edgar Wright actually got permission to use theme music and other sound effects from A Link to the Past, the 1991 Zelda game.
Oh yeah, I heard a doodle.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good rendition, but
because he sent a letter to Nintendo saying that he considered it to be like the nursery rhyme of his generation. He basically simped over Nintendo until they gave him. But hey, it's worth it. It's some funny gags. And also, he got permission to use the Seinfeld theme. Because if I didn't mention, randomly at one point in this film, Scott enters a room and it turns into a sitcom for like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. Like there's just
laugh track.
There's like laugh track and people cheering when he enters the room and stuff. It's just this film is just funny.
Shout out to Satoru Iwata. He was the 4th president and CEO of Nintendo
at the time.
At the time, yes.
Well done, bro. What was his name?
Satoru Iwata.
Well done, Satoru Iwata. Well done. Here's a cool fact. Whenever the moon is shown, if you actually pay attention to it, it's always a full moon, and there's a hole in it. Because if you remember, Ramona said that Todd punched a hole in the moon for her with his vegan powers. I never actually noticed that. Vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume you're flicking through the film.
No, you are vegan.
And here's some trivia that I actually knew before I looked this up because I'm cool. There's a moment where like Scott learns that Ramona works for Amazon, so he's ordering stuff like so that she'll come to the door, and he doesn't actually care about the package. So he's like talking to her like, "Oh, were you going on a date with me? Were you going on a date with me?" Blah blah blah. And she says, "If you fucking sign for this, I'll go on a date with you, okay?" So he signs it and then chucks it in the bin behind him, like behind his head. They did 33 takes of him chucking that without looking to get it in the bin. 33 takes for a shot that lasts probably not even a second, probably less than a second.
Doesn't the package go out of? Does the package go out of shot as well?
No. The bin's in shot. It's this really cool shot where the bin's in focus on the floor, and then you see them in the background out of focus. It's really cool stuff.
Because, that actually makes it so that there is a point to it. But if the book went out of shot,
it doesn't matter.
Package,
if it didn't.
You could have just dropped it in from
There's also, if you look in the bloopers, there's a few takes that were ruined by Scott Pilgrim's stomach making noises because he's so skinny. I assume he's just hungry all the time.
Oh yeah, jeez.
That's not in here, but I was watching bloopers and stuff and I remembered. So here's another fun thing. There's a moment where Ramona and Knives are in the same room and they say like, "Oh yeah, Scott used the data," and Ramona's like, "How old is she?" And then like a wheel of options of things to say is spinning in Scott's head, and the choices are she's nobody, she's 40, just the word idiot, no speaker English, when's dinner. Another option is just the other one is tell the Pac-Man story.
The classic.
One of the option is no, you are. There's an option to just pass out. It was nothing, and then obviously who, her, and I gotta pee, because then it goes in the middle of those two, and he just says, I gotta pee on her. I mean, I gotta pee.
Yeah, that was good.
There was another. Oh yeah, so this is the last one that I was like. I remember I told you that one was fucking stupid. It's stuff like this that just pisses me off and tells me that actors are just fucking stupid. So, Mary Elizabeth Winstead playing Ramona actually memorized all the kinds of tea that her character rambles. The crew members kept offering for her to just read it from a piece of paper, but she insisted on learning it all. Like, fuck you.
Wow.
There's a point.
You are dedicated to your craft.
Yeah, like, there's a
You
point
get
where...
a pay rise. Yeah.
And you get Ewan McGregor to break up his family and tear it apart. Yay! I'm not blaming her. I'm just making a joke. I know it takes two to tango, baby.
It takes two.
It takes two. God, you bring... Oh, Hairspray flashbacks. I was in a live production of Hairspray. Oh, no.
Just a me and you.
I played Wilbur. Ah, lol. So yeah, like there's just a scene where like Scott's around Ramona's house and he asks what kind of tea she has. She opens a cupboard and then like lists out a bunch of like different kinds of tea. Like, fuck you, just put paper on the back of the fucking door. We can't see it. We're not gonna know. And it's not like we'll be like she's reading it, because in our eyes she'd be reading the tea that's in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Actually, yeah, that's even more dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Fuck.
Actors are dumb.
Also, it would make the set like, you know, it would make the set more realistic if someone like zoomed into the labels. It was like, meh. So what do they say then? What's the point?
She just memorizes the
Whatever,
script.
man. Whatever.
Yeah, just to be a dick.
Dickhead.
So yeah, I feel like
jump
that...
through a front window and bloody choke her.
That's a great gag. You know when Knives come over to the house after Scott's broke up with her, and Wallace is saying like, she's like, is Scott here? He's like, no, he just left, as he dives through a window behind him. So funny. Please watch this film.
Actually,
if you
that's
seen
the
it.
only thing that I saw about this film before.
The diving through the window.
Because you sent a clip of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna move out of the non-spoiler section, and
Yup.
just please watch this film if you haven't seen it. Do yourself a favor. You're just gonna have a smile on your face the whole time.
Begging you.
We're begging you for mercy. Yeah, just it's a great time. Great music. Just great visuals, great sound design, funny fucking jokes. Actually, really great action sequences. That like the film's 10 years old and the CG, I guess, because it's all video game themed, so it's not meant to look realistic. But like they just do a bunch of beautiful blending of CG and like practical stunts that you don't like realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a point where Chris Evans flings Scott into like the side of a castle, and it's like an actual body being flung that then goes into seamlessly into CGI, hitting it in the background so you don't notice. And as the body's falling through a bunch of scaffolding, it cuts from CG to like an actual stuntman hitting the last wooden bit and landing, and then it's Michael Cera. Like holy, like all in one seamless shot that they've just stitched together.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It looks good as well. I don't think I wasn't able to appreciate it as what it looked like as much, because it's not as like good as quality on like Netflix Party for some reason. That's how we watched it. But then even on like a 1080p display.
Yeah. I didn't really notice anything. I've seen it so many times, so I'm just used to it.
But yeah, the effects. But yeah, I had it on mute like when I had my lecture the other day.
Oh yeah.
On my TV, and it was just playing in the background, and I'd look over sometimes, and it'd be there, and the effects.
Because we pay attention when we do online university.
Hey, it was just in the background, man.
Just in the background, man. Yeah, so we are officially moving out of non-spoilers. Please go and see this film. I say go. It's on Netflix, so you can watch it on Netflix if you have Netflix. I was going to say free, but you have to pay for Netflix. But still, yeah, it's fantastic.
I mean,
or if you want a loan of the Blu-ray I have, I'll send it. Send me your info. I'll send it. I don't mind.
That's nice, mate.
I'm pretty cool, I know.
You kind of You're kind of the best person ever.
I didn't program you to say that. That means you actually meant it?
I have
Processing.
no emotions. Nah,
Just a bunch of dialogue options and behind your dead, cold robot eyes. Processing. Processing. And it's just 1 through 4 is just kill, 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 and then the last one is say yes. Yes.
I was gonna say, if as we move on to what is technically spoilers.
Wait, are you going to talk spoilers now?
I mean, yeah, but well, I was gonna say like, there's not that. I don't think you can really spoil this movie.
No,
that much.
I just mean like maybe just discuss a few more scenes in depth and just
Yeah.
I've got like obviously I've got a story about the ending and
Yeah.
like the
I was just thinking
endings and
like,
shit.
I mean, the synopsis of it would be, a guy has to beat up 6 ex-boyfriend, 7
7
yeah.
evil exes because there's a girl
7,
in there. She
yeah.
had a lesbian experimental phase.
Yeah. 7 evil exes in order to
Win the girl of his dreams.
Win the girl of his dreams, and then that's basically just
Yeah.
I think
It's
that,
a-
like where
it's
it's
like-
good
it's such a
is
simple-
like the joke, like the
the
jokes and like the effects
content
and
is
yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't want to go too in depth in scenes that were afterwards, because obviously, but like give people an example of like, hey, here's some really funny stuff in it. You can tell we enjoy it. And if they like that, they can see more of it, which they should, because it's fantastic. And it's only like what, hour and a half or something. It's not that long. Yeah, help me out. Look that up for me. I can't be asked to move my arms and type. You don't want to hear me typing on this,
an hour
guys.
50, kind of.
Hour and 50. Oh, okay, my bad. But still, just under 2 hours. It'll blow by as well because it's so good.
Yeah, it went by so fast.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was an hour and a half, because it just goes by really fast. I've never actually looked at the time of it.
And the transitions, like, no time is wasted.
No time is wasted.
This is one of my favorite things.
Yeah,
When
it's
like
I hate
concise
movies.
and like it's just like it's streamlined.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's like streamlined, but you're never left thinking like. I know this is a problem a lot of people have with Baby Driver, is like they don't believe the romance between Baby and
Baby.
what the fuck is her name? It's oh come on, it's Deborah. That's it. Deborah Deb, because they listen to the Trex song, as he calls it. But yeah, like people don't believe that like love story because it happens really quick. But I find with Edgar Wright movies, it's less about like especially with Baby Driver, it's less about trying to get you to like believe, like have a believable world where it's like like, oh, this doesn't make sense. It's more like like it's more like an old like classic film where you just go along with the ride, and like the world is how
like
the world is, like the world of Baby Driver. It's not a real world. Like, yeah, there's real consequences to it. People get shot and die, and it's not like superhero stuff. But like, you got a guy that can like drive cars in like the impossible ways that he does, and like this gang that sees him out. So, like, it's all very hyper realistic. You know what I mean? That's what I like about Edgar Wright movies. They're never like they're never fully realistic. They use the language of film to just, every element of the film works towards like making you laugh, and just giving you entertainment. And like, who doesn't love? How could you not love that?
Yeah, anyone who's like gonna criticize this film and be like, what, like it's not realistic.
She pulls a big hammer out of a tiny bag.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
fuck you. It's a video. It's
based
video
off a game, and even
well, it's based off a comic, but yes,
comic, yeah, sorry. But
it's meant to be the world of the video game.
It's
the
just,
yeah.
Up until like half an hour, like it kind of seems somewhat normal, and you're like, what's going on? But then that's that's why it's good, because like all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, like just thrust into it, and like
There's just so many like funny
Matthew Patel, like
there's so many like
in.
Yeah, there's so many funny little bits like where like where like he goes to the party, and he's asking about like Ramona, and he says to the guy who pretty much knows everyone, he's like, yeah, I pretty much know everyone. He holds up a like drawing of just like barely a woman's face with like curly hair. He goes, do you know this girl? Yes, that's Ramona Flowers. Like everybody's so deadpan and serious that like it's just really funny.
It doesn't let up, to say the least.
Yeah. I just really like this film.
Yeah.
Now that you've mentioned it, yeah, I really don't know. Maybe I guess maybe we'll just move into spoilers and maybe just talk about the end, because even in like spoilers, there's going to be people that don't really care and just keep listening, which is cool, you know.
I mean,
I don't want to spoil like every scene and stuff, and I imagine it's not very interesting. Just me and you going, remember that bit? Yeah. So, mate, right. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, like, one thing I don't really care about. I don't actually care that much for Gideon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I get that,
Like,
definitely.
I don't know how hard they're trying to have some kind of like
Yeah.
like story that
Hang on a second. Right, we're officially moving into spoilers. We're going to talk about
okay.
towards the end of the film, okay? Spoilers. Yes, like, so you trying to say like, you know, like this guy that set up the League and is the mastermind behind all this.
Yeah, because it's like the whole League and that, like it's ridiculous, but also if you try and think about it in this world, then like this guy is kind of just fucked.
Yeah.
And he's trying to control.
He's got like a
Ramona with,
chip
like, a
on the
chip.
back of Ramona's head that
but
just
then
kind of gets mentioned and then deactivated, and it's fine.
Yeah, but it like leaves me wondering, like, how much does Edgar Wright want us to actually care?
That's the thing, yeah.
Or does he just want to? Or does he just want us to be like?
I think it's as you mentioned,
I
as the film goes on, the X's get less and less of a big deal made about them, because it's kind of more just about Scott's story with Ramona. Like at first, it's like, you know, you've got plenty of time to set up like a big scene with Matthew Patel, a big scene with Lucas Lee, Chris Evans, and the Todd bit. Like you've got a lot of time to do that, but then the final 6, it's kind of like, oh, here's a fight from her lesbian phase with some really funny jokes in it, but it's a quick fight that Ramona basically fights. And then you've got the Katayanagi twins. Wait, is that who's next? There's 6 and 7. No. Oh, yeah, there's only 7. My bad. Yeah, so that is it.
Yeah.
So it's, the 4th one's the girl, then 5 and 6 are the twins, which is never made clear if she dated them both at the same time, but I guess she did. And then, then it's Gideon. And, like, Gideon's doing a, like, you know, nice enough job. He's chewing up some sceneries. You know, he's kind of, you know, this big, loud, nerdy guy. But it's more just about Scott, to be honest. It's more just about him.
Yeah, but even then, I'm like, I think it does. It definitely does tail off more.
Oh yeah,
like it doesn't tail off, but the first like half is definitely better than the second half.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that too. Actually, yeah, I think everything past the base battle bit, like everything past Todd, the third boyfriend, so halfway through, it doesn't get bad. It just gets more like, it's more towards the end of him, like quick, get past this X, get past this X. Even though the Katayanagi twins bit with the song Threshold and the bit where they like are having an amp versus amp, both of the bands are on stage battle, and they're like, the music's forming these giant like energy demons and dragons that are fighting each other. Like that's really cool visually.
Yeah.
But yeah, the X's aren't made that big of a deal of towards the end.
Yo, Knives. Knives and Ramona.
I remember you trying to tell me your theory for the Knives storyline, and I knew you were predicting it, but you got it wrong. But I was like, ooh.
Yeah, well...
You thought she was going to like turn evil and be like a final boss battle for like Scott.
Yeah, like, or he'd just have to fight her in the end, but...
No, they
kind
fight
of the
together.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, the first time Scott goes into the Chaos Theatre towards the end to fight Gideon, he's going in there to fight for Ramona, and like as he's fighting Gideon, like Knives shows up out of nowhere and starts fighting Ramona because she thinks that Ramona stole her boyfriend or whatever. And then Scott's like, no, I cheated on both of you, and I'm like, oh shit, I fucked up, sorry. And then he gets stabbed and he's killed, and then but he had a 1-up earlier, so he goes back and does it the second time, and then he's kind of honest with them, and he's honest with himself, and he's fighting for himself, and he's trying to become finally a better person.
The power of self-respect.
Scott earned the power of self-respect.
And before he earned the power of love.
But self-respect is better than love. And there's a big final battle where Knives and Scott are working well together. And then towards the end of the film, you kind of have this thing of like, maybe actually Scott and Knives makes more sense. Like, they actually kind of have more in common, and like Ramona's just kind of this dream girl that, you know, kind of runs in and kind of fucks up lives almost, even if she doesn't mean to. But like Knives, things are like, Scott says at the start, it's like, oh, it's simple or whatever, but like it actually seems to be a more genuine relationship at the end, which is why in the original ending he actually got with Knives. That was the original ending, but then
yeah, I remember.
I think due to some test screenings or some shit where the audience kind of was like, wait, what? Like, what? They actually reshot the ending.
He doesn't get together with the girl he's been.
Yeah, and then he just
for
kind
the
of.
whole time.
Knives actually tells him to go after Ramona, and then they go off to start a new life together, I guess.
Yeah, I think you can feel good about it either way. Like,
I think either way it's a happy ending.
You can be like, they got together at the start. They were together at the start, but they had some problems.
Well, Scott like caused problems by just cheating on her.
Well, yeah, true.
True.
She's a bit, she's a bit.
Well, she's 17, like.
Yeah, but she's also a bit of a psycho. Not gonna lie. Not psycho, but like.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing of the film, is like Scott turns these girls into. But I guess that's kind of the point of like Scott and Ramona crossing paths, is like she causes chaos to all the lads she leaves behind, and Scott leaves chaos with all the girls he leaves behind. So the two of them maybe will, cancel each other out. I guess.
Yes. Logic. Yeah, where do they go though in that door?
They go through a door to a new world.
A new gaming world.
A new gaming. Maybe they're going to a racing game.
Bro, like Ramona's got to be so. I don't know how much they do in the comics, but she's got to be some kind of like strange entity, like something that's not earthly.
Right.
Because
she can travel through subdimensional space.
Yeah.
As she points out, that's
I
how
just
she
want.
gets
I
in
just
his
want
dreams.
explanations to this clearly not serious film. I just want some.
I want to know real world implications.
Yeah, man. Like,
Please.
Bro, I need reference points so I can.
You'll have to read all the comics.
Like a
There's only 6 volumes,
that
to be
in.
fair.
Oh.
No, wait, 7 volumes. There's 7 volumes.
Oh, so this film. I'll bet the comics just follow this. Like the film just follows this.
Yeah, the film is.
literally.
I was reading through the synopsis of each comic book, and it's pretty much the same. Like the first volume ends with him getting an email about Matthew Patel. The second starts with him fighting him, and then all this other shit.
Yeah,
and it just keeps going like that.
going.
That's why there's actually like comic book strips in the film explaining the backstories for some of the evil exes. It's good stuff, man.
He just deletes the bloody email. Silly Scott.
This is
Always check your emails.
boring. It's like reading it and it's saying the fight to the death, and he's like, this is boring.
Yo,
Your
favourite fight is Vegan Man.
That or Lucas Lee. I like can you do a thingy on that rail? It's called a grind, bro.
Yeah, I was actually surprised Chris Evans to play that.
Chris Evans is a cool dude, man.
But
He's a cool dude. That was in between.
Good,
that was in between like Avengers and Captain America, like the first Avenger. Or did Captain America: First Avenger come out in 2010? I think it did actually. Same year.
I just know
So he was filming them both.
2012.
He was filming them both at the same time. Obviously, Scott Pilgrim probably would have only needed to be on set for like 3 days. But
just pops in.
yeah, man, so good.
So
I love that one of his lines is when like Scott Pilgrim's like, "You're a pretty good actor," and he's like, I'm more than pretty good, and blah blah blah. But like in the original like thing for that, he messed up the line saying he's more than pretty good, and he was like, well, I'm fucking shit then, aren't I? Also, I highly recommend people who have seen the film check out the behind the scenes bloopers and like behind the scenes stuff of how they film stuff, because there's so many funny things of like, there's like like off camera cues to like say what the sound is doing and how they should react to it.
Yeah.
So when they're all wet, like when Scott gets thrown through the walls and he's like starting playing the bass, so they have to turn. He's playing the bass. Like Brie Larson's looking at the camera, and then somebody off screen just goes dum 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 dum, and they all have to try and like keep a straight face. I love just seeing how filmmaking is done, especially films like this that are really creative and inventive. Like, it's just really interesting how they do it.
But not the K-pop band.
There's a K-pop band name. What?
BTS. You know, not heard
What
of
does
BTS?
BTS mean? As long as it's not
don't know.
NWA again, and this is going to be something horrifically racist.
Well, it's behind the scenes, but not not for the band.
Yeah, what's the band stand for?
I don't know. BTS.
Well, fuck
K-pop
you. Then why do
meaning-
you fuck you, Boozao?
They're the most popular K-pop band, and they have an army of fans that cancel people like for not liking K-pop.
Well, we're fucked. This show's cancelled now that you mentioned
But
it.
we haven't said we don't like K-pop yet.
I just hinted at it.
I don't.
You
like
could have
K-pop.
warned me.
I
am
like
not
K-pop.
programmed to like K-pop. What is K-pop? Googling.
The group's name BTS stands for the Korean expression Bangtan Son Yin Dan. Literally meaning bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Why does the S stand for so many words? Is that all just one word, that S at the end?
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Fuck off, other languages. You're not allowed long words. It's not like we created anti-disestablishmentarianism. And supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah, bruh. They're everywhere.
Imagine being
BTS.
able to speak a foreign language. That'd be pretty cool. Unfortunately, I'm dumb, white, and British, so I speak English.
And entitled. Everyone
entitled,
knows English.
hey-o.
Everywhere we go.
Joe's able to translate anything with his new software. Did I not install that patch yet? Oh, he's breaking. He's breaking down. Processing. Shutting down.
Processing.
Shutting
Processing.
down.
Oh. Yeah. Want to talk more about BTS?
No.
Okay.
He's like, okay, suits you. Whatever, suits you.
Sure, no.
I think we can wrap this up now. To be honest, I think.
Yeah,
we've...
man. I'm grasping for
Yeah,
something,
we knew
but
that
I'm
this
not finding it.
We knew that this one wasn't going to be as long as some of the other ones we've been doing, just because, it's weird. It's like when I was talking about the Tyler Bate match last week. It's like sometimes you just need to be like, this thing's good. Like there's. You can go in depth with it and do a ton of research and be like, this is all of the blah, blah, blah. But we do very minimal research here. If not 10 minutes before the show started, which is what I did. And yeah, we just talk from the heart, bro. And my heart tells me I've got a heart disease. Wait, what? No! I actually sometimes think I have a problem with my heart. Sometimes it like hurts a lot and like burns. Maybe it's just heartburn probably then, isn't it? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I ate really good and I exercised a lot. And I thought if I was going to get that shit, it was probably when I was younger, just eating fucking trash.
I think I've had heartburn. Try some Gaviscon on for size.
Try some
That
Gaviscon.
might help.
Eat Prilosec.
What?
Consume Prilosec.
Prilosec.
That's a Game Grumps. That's a Game Grumps reference, baby. He's just another reference Joe doesn't get. Prilosec's basically Gaviscon. It's like a tablet.
But yeah, I think it also comes back to like, I don't think you can spoil this film that much, and therefore like there's not many like much story like things we can like hone in on
it's
and
a
like
very
be like,
simple
yo,
story.
yo. It's just like I think where most of the enjoyment comes is like
Individual moments,
like the effects and the
scenes,
fights
yeah.
and the jokes and like, as you
You
said,
just have to see
it's
it.
like what are we really gonna do? We're gonna be like, yo, this moment was good. This moment was also good. This fight, yo.
That is pretty much what
epic.
we did. That's pretty much what we did.
But like, do we want to do that more? We can.
I mean, no,
but-
no.
but we
People have got
won't.
things to do, Joe. Some people have got to
Yeah.
drive to Wolverhampton to get a
They're
card.
busy. Yeah. I'm getting a card. Birthday
Get a card.
for my nan.
Oh, she's dead, isn't she?
No.
My nan's dead.
Bruh.
Yes,
Come on,
she
man.
is. She
Come
is.
on.
Right, Joe doesn't believe that my nan has passed away. She has.
No,
Okay.
no, it's actually a joke.
Grow up.
Things then started to really break down, folks. They argued about their dead grandparents for literally 10 minutes. I am not joking.
One of yours is dead.
Both of mine are dead.
Oh shit.
They argued for so long they didn't say thanks for listening. Like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube for more content. 1 like equals 1 less night I suffer in silence at the mercy of Dan and Joe. Oh wait, I think they did have one last thing to say.
Yo, play a song. Or not.
Oh Jesus! All right, hang on. I'm gonna play us out. Hang on a second. I'm gonna play a famous song from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. If you're ready, Joe.
Oh, yeah, go on. I'm intimidated.
You better be intimidated. I'm gonna reprogram you, bitch. I'm gonna reprogram you, bitch. Everybody's gonna get reprogrammed and we're never gonna be able to cope with living again because we're all fucking machines and we're all gonna be programmed to do. Bye, guys.